Hi everybody, it's me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about me and Buffy Summers not getting along. Now there are people in this world that people don't get along with you because of their personality, or because of some habit they might have, or some quirk, or whatever. Now mostly I get along pretty much good with everybody, Jordan says. There aren't any but there are some people that I don't get along with. And it has nothing to do with personality, nothing to do with any habits or any quirks, but it really has to do more with when they think that they're better than someone else, or they think their technique's better. Now, for example, Buffy Summers is a vampire slayer, but I could go through and make an argument about Daniel Holtz and Abraham Van Helsing or Charles Gunn or Gordon Walker, for example. I can make arguments for Reed, Helen, and Gypsy. I could also go on and make arguments, for Ava Richards if I wanted. And I'd probably be leaving out a lot of other people, But anyway, she thinks her technique is the approved technique, but it really isn't. You should knock them down and use a wooden stake. No, I prefer using a crossbow of a wooden stake, Jordan says. I go, no, Buffy says, no. I think that you should use a wooden stake and stab them in it and knock them down. Or Jordan said you could always go with the approach that I'd go with the Abraham Van Helsing, Daniel Holtz approach, wait till they're in the coffin, and then jam the wooden stake in them and kill them. Jordan, my approach is better. No, your approach is a death wish. Maybe a lot of vampire flayers are going to have someone that takes their place, and they get reincarnated, so they just basically throw their lives away. Well, me, I'm not going to be that lucky. So sorry for that coughing. So excuse me if I take precaution to survive all my vampire flayings or stakings or dustings, whatever you want to call it. Now there's always going to be that one person that tries to play peacemaker, or one person that tries to referee the situation, Jordan says, and that would be Willow Rosenberg, one of Buffy Summers' longtime friends. Jordan, I wish you and Buffy would get along. We do. Just not when it comes to technique, because she tends to think, Jordan said, I don't have any supernatural abilities. I don't know any martial arts to knock vampires down and dust them, and I don't have somebody who's ready to take my place in case I get killed on the job, like some vampire flayers do, and some vampire hunters do. But yeah, you can agree to disagree, okay? That's what I think you should do. You and Buffy should agree to disagree on that. Yeah, and I think that might just be the case, Jordan says. And it might be the case of me to agree to disagree on it. Because at the end of the day, Jordan said, it's not really worth it. So everybody has a different technique of doing it. Some prefer going when they're in a coffin and staking them. Some prefer knocking them down and staking them. Some, like me, prefer using a crossbow, one stake, to take them down. Sorry for that coughing again. Anyway it is, Jordan said, basic, at the end of the day, it's agree, disagree with it. Okay, Jordan said, I heard you out. I think your way's good, but my way's also good. Alright, yeah, as long as we agree to disagree on it. But then another thing I'm going to disagree on is, I think vampire slayer is a better term than vampire hunter. Well, I prefer calling myself a vampire assassin, not a vampire slayer, not a vampire hunter. And it just starts up again. So that's it. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for that burp. Jeez, I get a video with coughing and then a burp at the end. Yeah, wonderful. I apologize for the coughing and the burp. Bye.